Welcome to today's exploration into one of the most profound questions humanity has ever faced. Are the dead conscious? We begin by delving into the biblical perspective, examining what the scriptures tell us about consciousness after death. There is an ongoing controversy in the religious community about whether human beings, after death, exist in a state of consciousness. Some, like the Watchtower movement, claim the dead are shown to be conscious of nothing at all, and the death state to be one of complete inactivity. However, the Bible presents a different view. One of the most comprehensive affirmations of the awareness of the dead comes from the narrative of the rich man and Lazarus in the book of Luke. In this account, Jesus contrasts the lives of a wealthy man and a poor beggar named Lazarus both before and after death. The rich man who lived in luxury finds himself in torment after death, while Lazarus, who suffered greatly in life, is comforted. Is this story a parable? Many Bible scholars suggest that it is not, given that parables typically do not name their characters. Whether a parable or not, the story provides significant insight into the state of the dead. Let's look at the key points that indicate consciousness after death in this narrative. 1. Perception. The rich man sees Abraham and Lazarus, indicating an awareness of his surroundings. 2. Satisfaction. Lazarus is described as being in Abraham's bosom, a term suggesting honor and happiness. 3. Sensation. The rich man experiences torment and anguish, clearly demonstrating conscious suffering. 4. Communication. The rich man speaks and listens, showing the ability to interact. 5. Recognition. He recognizes Lazarus, which involves conscious awareness. 6. Comprehension. The rich man understands the responses given by Abraham, indicating cognitive awareness. 7. Volition. He makes requests, indicating the ability to make conscious decisions. 8. Recollection. Abraham reminds him of his past life, suggesting memory and thus consciousness. 9. Emotion. He shows concern for his brothers, indicating an emotional response. A careful consideration of this story reveals that the dead, both righteous and wicked, are conscious. Theories of the wicked's extinction or soul sleeping are inconsistent with this biblical teaching. Now let's consider what some think outside the biblical narrative. Beliefs about death and the afterlife are as diverse as the cultures from which they arise. Ancient Egyptians, for example, believed in a complex afterlife where the heart was weighed against a feather to determine one's worthiness to enter the realm of the dead. In Hinduism, death is seen as a natural part of the cycle of reincarnation, where the soul is reborn into a new life based on its karma or past actions. Indigenous cultures often view death as a transition to the spirit world, where ancestors continue to guide and protect the living. Many Native American tribes, for instance, believe that the spirits of the deceased remain connected to their loved ones and can communicate with them through dreams, visions, and rituals. In many Western societies, Judeo-Christian beliefs have profoundly shaped views on death and the afterlife. Concepts of heaven, hell, and judgment day have influenced moral codes and provided both comfort and fear in the face of mortality. These beliefs, often passed down through generations, offer solace and a sense of continuity beyond the grave. From the pyramids of Egypt to the ancient burial grounds of Native American tribes, humanity's fascination with death and the afterlife is deeply woven into the fabric of our collective history. These diverse beliefs, shaped by culture, tradition, and faith, provide a framework for understanding death and offer hope for a continued existence beyond the physical realm. While cultural and religious beliefs offer diverse perspectives on death and consciousness, science, with its emphasis on empirical evidence and rigorous methodology, has traditionally remained silent on this enigmatic topic. The study of consciousness itself is a complex and evolving field, with neuroscientists still grappling to understand its biological basis. Pinpointing the precise location of consciousness in the brain, or explaining how matter gives rise to subjective experience remains a formidable challenge. When it comes to death, science typically defines it as the irreversible cessation of all biological functions that sustain a living organism. From this perspective, consciousness is seen as a product of brain activity, ceasing to exist when the brain dies. However, the advent of advanced medical technologies such as cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, and life support machines has blurred the lines between life and death, prompting a re-examination of traditional definitions. The ability to revive individuals who would have been considered clinically dead in the past has raised intriguing questions about the nature of consciousness and its potential to exist independently of the physical body. Near-death experiences offer a captivating glimpse into the mysteries of consciousness. These profound and often life-altering experiences reported by individuals who have come close to death share striking similarities across cultures and backgrounds, challenging conventional scientific explanations. Common elements of near-death experiences include out-of-body experiences, feelings of peace and euphoria, encounters with deceased loved ones, and journeys through a tunnel toward a bright light. Many individuals describe a sense of overwhelming love and acceptance, often accompanied by a profound spiritual awakening that transforms their outlook on life and death. Near-death experiences are attributed to physiological changes in the brain during times of extreme stress, such as oxygen deprivation or the release of endorphins. Many researchers argue that these explanations fail to account for the vividness, consistency, and transformative power of these experiences. Near-death experiences continue to intrigue scientists, medical professionals, and the general public alike, sparking ongoing debate and fueling further research into the nature of consciousness, the brain-body connection, and the possibility of life beyond the physical realm. In conclusion, the question of whether the dead are conscious is a deeply profound and multifaceted one. From a biblical standpoint, the teachings in Luke's account of the rich man and Lazarus provide compelling evidence that the dead are indeed conscious. The vivid details of perception, sensation, communication, and emotion depicted in this narrative highlight the awareness of both the righteous and the wicked after death. These teachings offer a clear and consistent message from the Bible, that consciousness persists beyond our earthly lives. On the other hand, various worldly perspectives offer different interpretations. From the ancient Egyptians' belief in a weighed heart, to determine one's afterlife fate, to Hinduism's cycle of reincarnation, and indigenous cultures' spirit worlds, these diverse viewpoints illustrate humanity's enduring quest to understand what lies beyond death. Scientific studies, particularly the exploration of near-death experiences, further contribute to this discussion, though they often challenge conventional explanations and leave many questions unanswered. Ultimately, while the world offers a tapestry of beliefs and theories about consciousness after death, the biblical narrative provides a distinctive and powerful perspective. It reassures us of a continued existence beyond physical death, grounded in the teachings of Jesus Christ. As we navigate these varied perspectives, the biblical account stands as a beacon of hope and understanding for believers, affirming that death is not the end, but rather a transition to a new realm of conscious existence. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. Remember, while the world may present many views, the biblical teachings offer a clear and comforting answer about the state of the dead. Stay tuned for more discussions on life, death, and the profound questions that define our existence.